Stars Harry and William's war just keeps getting more vicious. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have aced their Dusseldorf relaunch, but Prince William and Kate Middleton's emergence as the Crown's steely enforcers in blazers shows the war is far from over. At least on the fashion side of things, more nonprofit work and public presence isn't a bad thing, is it? In recent years, observers have grown accustomed to Harry and Meghan's expressions being fixed into hurt scowls of anger and outrage as they have vented about their resentments toward and the perceived indignities foisted on them by the royal family. Well, that's spin. Anyone is annoyed when people put negative comments on their social media posts. God forbid people were writing entire articles misrepresenting your facial expression and what you're doing. Even this article talking about war it's a very, very far-fetched take. So it has been extraordinary over the past week to see the couple in positive and jolly form as the stars of the show at Harry's Paralympic-style event for wounded veterans, the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf, Germany. Is it extraordinary, or is it just something that doesn't fit the palace narrative that, things are going so terrible, they hate each other, they're getting divorced, so tragic, they're having a good old time. We all wish we were there having a good old time with them, not standing around in blazers from the 80s in the forest looking uncomfortable, in my humble opinion. Harry and Meghan holding hands and posing for selfies. Harry and Meghan taking part in a Mexican wave. What is a Mexican wave? Is that what they're calling when you do that kind of wave thing at sporting events? Why is it Mexican? ? Harry and Meghan giving impromptu speeches on a crackly microphone, and on Thursday, Meghan's hairdo moment, a side parting, added to a week of warm and feel-good headlines and narratives. It felt at times like the last 3 years of grievance airing were just a COVID-era bad dream. Notice how they're loading that paragraph with so much negative associations. COVID, bad dream, grievance, and kind of mocking the fact that these photos and videos were like fun of, a couple being helpful and happy, and this article writer can't stand it. If things keep going at this rate, Harry and Meghan will be doing karaoke on stage by the time the closing ceremony rocks around on Saturday night. No, can't they just be happy and reunited for his birthday, doing public service? Like, why is this article writer throwing so many stones when there seems to be a lack of praise for committing so much time and energy to the good work for people who have become injured, serving their countries from around the world? Like, what's the problem? We know what the problem is, and we know who has probably put this writer and this publication up to saying such things. But it's not all fun and froth, telegraphing that they still intend to remain publicly active, not politically active. The couple staged a meeting and photo call on the fringes of the games with NATO Joint Force Commander General Luigi Miglietta and other NATO chiefs and their families. Why wouldn't the NATO families want to support the Invictus Games? Why is this word staged, politically active? They're not political. They're just public figures with a documentary on Netflix and, a following that supports them and wants to see what Meghan in particular is wearing. According to some, this was an attempt to blunt the impact of William's planned meetings at the UN next week during his high-profile New York trip. Well, what does one have to do with the other? NATO is not the UN, and this week is not next week. One friend of Harry, who has known him since school, and although they have not had regular contact with the prince since he left the UK in January 2020, remains loyal and supportive, told the Daily Beast, quote, "It has been wonderful to see him getting stuck into Invictus." What does that mean? It has been wonderful to see him getting stuck into Invictus. This is what Harry is all about. What do you mean stuck? All his old friends are just hoping that whatever the situation with the family may be, at least he can move on with his professional life. I think he's already done that. This is what he has always wanted to do. Help people, make a difference, have an impact. It's great. What's with the shade? Stuck into? Does that word mean something different in the UK? There is also hope among some of the king's friends that a happy Harry might be a less troublesome Harry. How is this man troublesome, living in California and earning a living and playing polo and going to the gym and raising his children? It's not on your dime. Why is this a problem? Oh, does it show that it can be done and that the taxpayers don't have to pay for it? One friend of the king's told the Daily Beast, of course Charles wants the attacks on him and his family to stop. If Harry has once again got a purpose in his life that makes him think twice about attacking him, even if it is only because that image is not good for Invictus, then that can only be a good thing for everyone. Oh, please. We know what you did to Princess Diana, so stop it. William, however, is perhaps less optimistic that Harry's renewed focus on good works is a panacea for all that ails the royals. Yeah, because you guys are running around with Prince Andrew. And we're friends with that Jimmy Savile till the last. Let's not discuss what friends of Prince Andrew may have done to the cousins, Eugenie and the other one. Let's not talk about that. You want to throw stones, not from a glass castle.